Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, safety, much love, and blessing to the Akim across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity and putting their life on the line to do so. I'm the brother of Rock from the GMS Atlanta camp, back with another lesson through the Spirit, Lord, willing to be edifying to an elect member or two. Now, what I have queued up here on screen is a video from CBS News entitled "Judge Defends Hugging Amber Geiger After Sentencing." And if you're familiar with the Amber Geiger case, she's an ex-cop that shot down this guy in his own apartment in Texas, I believe it was. And she was sentenced a couple of days ago. Now the sentencing was light, compared to the crime that she committed. Now, had it been the tables been turned, this so-called black man enter her apartment and gunned her down by her being an Edomite woman, he would have got the book thrown at him. Okay, he would have got no mercy. He would have got prosecuted to the fullest extent. All right. But in this case, Amber Geiger only got 10 years, which she's probably only going to have to serve half of that sentence. But the point is, man, as the title of this video states, Judge Defends Hugging Amber Geiger After Sentencing. Now, how many times do you see a judge come down off her stand or her podium to show remorse or any kind of affection to a defendant that she had just sentenced? Slim to none. Definitely you wouldn't see it if this was a so-called black woman or a black male that committed this crime that Amber Geiger committed. You damn sure wouldn't have seen the judge come off the stand and embrace, this defendant. But here it is, our people, which are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, with this Stockholm syndrome, embracing your slave masters, man. Okay, and giving them the benefit of the doubt, and this was the judge, and to take it a step further, the victim's brother came off the stand to embrace her too and to give her a hug. Now, had this been a so-called black male that walked into his brother's apartment and gunned him down, I'm pretty sure he would have had a few choice words and wanted, the guy to be prosecuted to the fullest extent. All right, to get the max 25 to life, if not the death penalty. Okay, because that's how people look at each other. I'm pretty sure it would have went, totally opposite of the way this scenario played out, because it tells you in the scriptures, due to the curses that we're under, that our eye shall be evil towards our brother. So if it had just been another nigga off the streets that walked into his brother's apartment and killed him, he wouldn't have got the same warm embrace. Okay, but I'm gonna play the video, which goes to show you, man, these so-called Christians, they don't believe in recompense. Okay, which the Lord totally deals with paying back those that trouble you. All right, and also you seeing the fall of your enemies. But I'm gonna get into the lesson, after I play this short clip.
Dallas judge Tammy Kemp is defending her decision to hug police officer Amber Geiger after she was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the murder of Botham Jean.
This was the moment Kemp offered Geiger the hug after Jean's brother had done the same thing. Now, Kemp says Geiger twice asked for a hug and that she could not refuse. She spoke with our Dallas Fort Worth station, KTVT, and she said her faith guided her actions.
She will forever be the murderer of Botham Jean. How she carries that thus forward depends on how we receive her. And as a Christian, I believe I'm commanded to offer her love and compassion.
So here.
So let me get this. Let me get this straight. Out of all the people, I'm not sure how long this judge has been, on duty. Out of all the people she's sentenced, has she shown them that same amount of compassion that she showed Amber Geiger? You know, that she says she's a Christian and that her Lord requires her to do such, okay, by her faith. That's the big misconception with these so-called Christians, man. They think the Lord is all about love, 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 compassion, But what about the other end of the spectrum? The scriptures tell you that a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. So why would he be all one way and not the other? And we were made in his image. The scriptures also tell you, I believe there's Romans, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And if we were made in the Lord's likeness, we would have that feeling of hate and, that emotion of hate as well. I don't get it with these Christians, man. They have a big misconceptions. They have a big misconception, Salaki, that's going to come back to bite them in the ass when the Lord does decide to come back, and make his second coming. Because they think that they can just do whatever they want, do as thou wilt spirit. And when the Lord comes back, all is going to be forgiven. But that's not how it works, man. Okay? But getting back into the topic at hand, these Christians, they do not believe in recompense. And recompense is a compound word, meaning back, and compense coming from the word compensate, which means to pay. So they don't believe in payback, okay? Especially when it comes to these Edomites. They'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and turn the other cheek when it comes to Master Esau. That's the damn Stockholm syndrome, man. Which is when someone is being held against their will or hostage, becomes an alliance with their captor. And that's what you see with our people, man. And it's sickening because we're not getting that same, we're not getting the same benefit of the doubt or compassion being showed unto our people by these other nations. But here it is, our people, they are so gung-ho on kissing these so-called white people's, Moabs, Ishmael, Ham ass, to the fact that we can't even get ourselves together as a nation because we got our head so far up these other nations' ass that we can't even show the same love and compassion for our own people. All right. This is the book of First Thessalonians. So like in 1 second. 2 Thessalonians 1:6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense, which is payback, recompense, tribulation to them that trouble you. So trouble and tribulation, it's okay in the sight of the Lord to pay that back unto those that trouble you. And who has troubled our people, man? The same nation that these so-called black people got off of their stands to go down and console in a time in which they should have been totally against this Edomite. Okay? Which the Edomites as a nation is responsible for the cargo slave ships. All right? The slavery over here in America, the buck breaking, the alligator babies, the hanging of our people publicly, cutting their genitals off. These same people that have done this to our people go and embrace, in a setting to where they should be goddamn in an uproar, man. This lady goes into this young man's apartment while he's minding his own business and gun him down. Come on, man. What kind of love and compassion did she show for him by walking into this man's living quarters and kill him? Now that she's being sentenced, she want to bring out the crocodile tears, and seem like she's just so remorseful. But this bitch is only remorseful because she got caught. I'm pretty sure the days leading up into this sentencing, she wasn't feeling that same kind of so-called remorse for the Botham or whatever the guy's name was. But this is 2 Thessalonians 1:6 again. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. All right? So it's nothing wrong. See, they got one part of what the Lord is about down to a T, which is the love, compassion, turning the other cheek, so on and so forth. But on the other hand, they got the raw, the raunchiness, the demon-like power, the Alashaja of the Lord. They got that side of them totally erased or blocked from their brains. All right, Christians have a one-track mind, man, and that's love, 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 forgive, forgive, forgive. What about the recompense, man? What about the recompense to those that trouble you, man? What about that side? Okay, and what about this in the book of Sirach, man? This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, the 25th chapter. Salakia. Verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. All right, 9 things. Let's see what was one of those 9 things pertaining to this particular situation, man. Which is the spirit that our people were supposed to be in. They were supposed to be happy and rejoiceful that bitch at least got, in this society, even got 10 years. All right, because there's a time where that could have happened. And we're still living in those times where we see these police officers gun our people down and get off scot-free, man. Without even a slap on the wrist. They get a paid vacation. This is Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. All right? And that's the thing, man, with our people. They think that everything that this devil has done is in the past and it's been, the tab has been erased. They don't have to pay for it. So they don't consider this guy an enemy, man. That's first and foremost. Because if they did, they would be in the spirit of having joy and rejoice when Edomites are sentenced, when Edomites are put to death, when Edomites pay for the things that they've done. All right, which we know vengeance ultimately is up to the Lord. Okay, but He's gonna use it. Vengeance is gonna come down against Edom, by the hand of His people. All right, which it tells you in the scripture. And who's the Lord's people? Israel, as it's stated throughout the scriptures multiple times. All right. So, man, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.